Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine you're prepping for a dinner party, right? You want to bring something thoughtful. Maybe, a really nice bottle of wine. Or perhaps some fancy, hard-to-find cheese. Or even, I don't know, some artisanal jerky or something adventurous. It's not just about the thing itself, is it? It's the effort, the story. It's a gift, a connection. Well, today we're basically taking that same idea, but we're rewinding the clock, like way back, about 11,000 years to ancient Iran and the gift, wild boars.
Wild boars.
Yeah, you heard that right. So this deep dive, our mission is to uncover the story behind this pretty extraordinary prehistoric feast. And we're using cutting-edge science on something you might not expect, ancient teeth.
Mm.
Yeah, our insights are coming from some fascinating new research published in Communications, Earth and Environment, a Nature Portfolio journal. It's revealing some incredible stuff about early human societies long before farming really kicked off.
It really is a remarkable window into the past. The scene we're talking about is a place called Asiab. It's nestled in the Zagros Mountains, western Iran. And the time frame is around 11,000 years ago. This is a period very different from ours, pre-agriculture, pre-big settlements.
Okay, so pre-agriculture, that's key. What did the archaeologists actually find there? What pointed towards this huge communal event?
Well, they found some really compelling evidence, specifically this feature they called a boar pit, which sounds dramatic, but it was essentially a pit carefully sealed inside a large circular building, sort of semi-underground.
Okay.
Yeah, and this building was pretty big, maybe 20 meters across.
Yeah.
Seems like it was some kind of central communal place.
Yeah.
And inside the pit, they found the skulls of 19 wild boars.
19.
19. Suscripha. Males, females, different ages. And they were clearly butchered. The marks show they were prepared for, a feast.
19 wild boar skulls, butchered, packed neatly, sealed away. That's a huge amount of effort. But why boars? And so many. What's the big deal about this particular feast, especially that early, before large-scale animal farming?
Right, and what's fascinating here is how he figured out where these boars actually came from.
Yeah.
The archaeologists didn't just stop at the bones. They looked inside the teeth. 5 of them.
Inside the teeth?
Yeah, it's ingenious,
Right.
really. Think of it like this. Teeth grow like trees.
Mm.
You know how trees have annual rings? Teeth lay down layers too, but daily. Enamel, dentin. These layers trap a daily record, of the animal's environment, its diet. Basically a chemical timeline in the tooth.
Teeth grow like trees. I like that. So, okay, with that kind of daily detail, what exactly were they looking for? What information?
They used what's called a multi-proxy analysis. So multiple techniques combined. First, they looked at the microscopic growth patterns, counting the daily layers, figuring out age and season of birth. Then, high-resolution geochemistry, things like stable oxygen isotopes, that's 8EO, strontium isotopes, 87S or 86 and even barium concentration maps across the tooth layers.
Whoa, okay, slow down. Isotopes. Strontium, what do those tell you?
Right, so the oxygen isotopes, the 80O, that mostly reflects the water the animal drank. And water chemistry changes based on location, temperature, rainfall, even altitude. Different places, different oxygen signature.
Got it.
Water source and strontium.
Strontium, the 87SR86 S4 ratio comes from the diet, from the plants the boars ate, which absorbed it from the soil and water. And that is heavily influenced by the underlying geology, the local rocks. So it's a really good indicator of geographic origin.
Oh, okay. Geology. Makes sense.
And the barium. Spikes in barium can point to specific food sources, maybe seasonal movements, or even just intense rooting behavior in older boars. The amazing thing is all this information tells you where the animal was while that specific part of its tooth was forming. It's incredibly localized in time and space. So the teeth are like these super precise GPS trackers, but recording the past. Incredible. So what did these incredibly detailed tooth timelines finally reveal? Was there a surprise?
Oh, yeah. Here's where it gets really interesting. The analysis showed something completely unexpected. Some of these boars, they were not local to Asiab at all.
Not local. Seriously, but
No.
why does that matter so much? Didn't they say local boars were available and not even the main thing they hunted?
Exactly. That's the puzzle. So 4 out of the 5 boars they tested had very different oxygen and strontium values compared to the 5th one. That 5th one, ASB 449, born late summer, probably lived its early life near Asia.
Okay, the local one.
Right. But the other 4, ASB 133 to 402, born in the spring, their chemical signatures showed they came from somewhere else entirely. geographically distinct areas, and the estimates suggest they came from at least 70 kilometers away.
70 kilometers.
Minimum. And crucially, across rugged mountainous terrain, not an easy stroll. Think about that. Walking 70 kilometers on flat ground might take, what, 14, 17 hours?
Yeah, maybe a couple of days walking steady.
Now imagine doing that over mountains, carrying a dead wild boar, or parts of one. You're looking at least 2 days. Hard travel. Likely more. Serious effort.
That's mind-boggling.
And remember, wild boars don't usually roam that far. Their home ranges are typically small, maybe 20 square kilometers. So they didn't just wander into Asiab. Humans had to have transported them that distance.
The effort involved is just staggering. To go that far over mountains for boars for a feast when you could probably hunt some closer, it just screams that this was about way more than just stocking the pantry, right?
Absolutely. And this is where, if we connect this to the bigger picture of human society, feasting is something we see a lot archaeologically, but usually later with farming surpluses. Finding this kind of organized, large-scale feasting before agriculture is rare, and it's hugely significant. It tells us something fundamental about how these early hunter-gatherer groups could organize, cooperate.
So it's like our modern gift-giving, that special bottle of wine or the cheese from far away. It's not just food, it carries meaning, the effort, the origin.
Yeah.
It's symbolic.
Precisely. That geographic symbolism, the sheer effort of bringing these animals from afar seems key. Feasting back then was likely crucial for cementing social bonds between different groups, maybe marking special occasions, smoothing over tensions.
Building community.
Exactly. And bringing these distant boars could have been a way to, commemorate a place, maybe honor an event, or just solidify alliances through this powerful act of reciprocal gift-giving. It shows this incredible willingness to invest huge amounts of time and energy in these communal activities right at the dawn of the Neolithic.
Okay, so how might this have actually happened? Did the Asiab people travel 70 kilometers to hunt? Or did other groups bring the boars to Asia? Or maybe just the heads as trophies?
Well, the study considers those possibilities. People from Asiab could have traveled out to hunt them, or perhaps people from those distant areas brought them as contributions to the feast at Asia.
Like a potluck, but with wild boars and a serious commute.
Kind of. Or they might have feasted elsewhere and brought the heads back, maybe for some ritual deposition. But the point is, any of those scenarios involves considerable physical effort and planning. It shows the symbolism wasn't just the animal, but maybe also where it came from, where the hunt took place.
That brings up the animals themselves. Why boars? Was there something special about them beyond just being food?
That's a great question, and it touches on human-animal relationships back then. Hunting probably wasn't just about protein. It likely involved complex beliefs, worldviews, what the paper calls relational thinking. Maybe ideas about respect, reciprocity with the animal world. And wild boars specifically, they're known for being dangerous, ferocious. They pop up in art and symbolism at other really important early Neolithic sites too, like Göbekli Tepe.
Right, I've heard of that.
So they clearly had high status. This feast, using these powerful animals brought from afar, maybe wasn't just a regular thing. Perhaps it was about showing off hunters' skill, or celebrating a special connection to these animals, or even challenging the status quo somehow. And remember, the barium spikes, they suggested the boars came from different sounders, different family groups.
Ah, so not just one big hunt in one spot.
Probably not. More like dispersed hunting across different territories, which again reinforces the idea of coordinated effort and maybe multiple groups contributing.
It's just incredible scale, 19 boars.
Yeah.
The paper estimated that could feed somewhere between 350 and 1,200 people.
Yeah, a huge number. It implies a really significant gathering requiring a large coordinated hunting operation.
So what does this all mean? When you put it all together, I mean, this deep dive, it really gives us this rare, almost microscopic view into the social lives, the symbolic lives of people just before farming took over. It shows that complex cooperation, these deep social ties built on reciprocity, they were happening through extraordinary effort and meaningful exchanges way earlier than we might have thought.
Exactly. And this raises an important question. Thinking about the huge effort, the symbolism packed into bringing those boars, how does that challenge our modern ideas? What counts as a really valuable contribution or a truly deep social bond today? Beyond just money, what gifts do we exchange now that carry that kind of weight, that require real symbolic effort to truly cement our connections?
That really makes you think, doesn't it? Maybe the next time you choose a gift, you'll think about not just the item, but the journey, the effort, the meaning. Just like those people did 11,000 years ago in the Zagros Mountains.